at all our local Teton dealerships.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your
determination to do hard things. Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the East Idaho Prepcast covers every inch of District 5 and District 6 activities in Idaho.
Just think about this. The Highland Ram cheerleaders won their 14th 5A title in the past 15 seasons. And then they went on to win the national competition in California.
Hosted by Sean Kane, the East Idaho Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. Or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Dear road rivals, you may have four wheels and a similar build, but our resemblance ends right there. Later, Toyota.
Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm Connor from Idaho Falls. In high school, I started having trouble with my muscles. Playing football, kids half my size were pushing me around. My mom and I spent months traveling the country looking for answers. We finally got one right here at Irmac. I have a rare disease that causes my cells to lose energy. After 2 years of using a wheelchair, the therapist at Irmac taught me how to walk again. Now I can do the things that I enjoy and live the life I want. That's why I say, take me to Irmac.
Good evening and welcome to this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of East Idaho Game Night, presented by Teton Auto Group and Irmac Pediatrics. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, your local Toyota dealers, and the Idaho Transportation Department. Tonight we come to you live from Ravston Stadium, where the Thunder Ridge Titans will take on the Skyline Grizzlies. We welcome you into the broadcast booth. My name is Joel Richardson, and I'm joined by Clemson's own Josh McGauley.
Clemson's own, yet proudly support them no matter how badly they lose to Duke.
And we got the Berger Bowl going on tonight, nickname Berger Bowl. I asked a few folks, Josh, where did this Berger Bowl nickname come from? And they looked at me like, well, it's the Berger Bowl, of course.
You should know this. Yeah.
So Berger Bowl, of course, Scott Berger, longtime coach of the Skyline Grizzlies, taking on his son, Michael Berger. Coach, this is his second year at Thunder Ridge football, coaching those Thunder Ridge Titans you see on the far sideline. Should be a good one tonight. Talked to Scott Berger about, some of the keys to the game, and he talked about, look, it's a game for us, it's an exciting game, but the players are going to be emotional. Yeah. It's going to be intense for them because they want to get that piece of the family pie, if you will. They want to get the victory for their the dad or the son.
Yeah. No, I know that, and that always makes a great family conversation during Thanksgiving. Hey, Dad, I beat your team. you know? And that's what, I don't know, that's what I feel like Thanksgiving is all about. Just a little bragging. Then thankful, hey, Dad, thanks for teaching me everything you know. Now I'm using it against you. And that's that emotional part they're bringing out.
Definitely. And so we look forward to a good game. Coach Berger also talked about playing, Scott Berger talked about playing mistake-free, making sure that even though there's emotion and intensity to this Berger Bowl, we want to play mistake-free, and we want to be sure that we're assignment sound. On defense, 8 guys to the football, and on offense, making sure you're doing your 111th.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see. I mean, Skyline. We'll talk about the team and all, what they can do for. But I want to see what Skyline changes can be today against this Thunder Ridge team.
Looks like they're getting ready for the national anthem. So we'll step aside here, take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're watching East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Hopefully you caught the end of that national anthem rendition by the Skyline Marching Band. Did a great job on that to finish off with even that high note, Josh. Really nice.
Yeah, that was not bad. You know, I think it was a solo there for the trumpet. Not bad at all.
And actually, I got my oldest starting to take trumpet. He's like, Dad, I want to play those high notes. So it's a really nice rendition by the Skyline Band.
Nice job.
Nice job from them. Big storyline coming into this game. Last week, of course, Skyline played Highland down in Pocatello at Lookout Credit Field. Quarterback gets hurt early in the game and will not be playing tonight, Josh.
Yeah, that's a big one right there because he's the junior that's coming in and trying to replace Hackey, who last year had a great year and he has a big job to replace that quarterback, and him to get injured, that's a really big loss for this Skyline team.
And Carmine Garcia, obviously, he had a really nice game last week, but he will not be playing tonight. Last week he had 242 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and that touchdown pass I saw was nice. Of course, did that game last week with IdahoSports.com's Sean Kane. We had a good time working together there. But tonight, Alex Dennert will be replacing Carmine Garcia as the quarterback. He's listed as wide receiver, kicker, and quarterback, Josh.
Yeah, that's an intro. This is why I love high school sports, because you can have a kicker, a quarterback, your middle linebacker, and then your safety. And that's what you're going to get here in high school sports. And he's doing it all. And I wonder if he's going to be doing extra points as well.
Well, we'll see. I did talk to the offensive coordinator, and he was thinking, well, maybe we have Alex continue to do the kicking as well, but they might need to turn that over to somebody else, maybe Santino Entrim, who's a sophomore for Skyline. As you see, we were doing the coin toss, trying to figure out who's going to take which side and who's going to take the ball first. Another name to mention, this is on the Thunder Ridge side. Ezra Moss, number 7, he's only a junior, had a good couple of games. But one of his main targets is also not going to be playing tonight, and that is Preston McDaniel. He's the 6'4" tight end for Thunder Ridge. He's out tonight, Josh.
Yeah, I believe he was their leading receiver on the season, and he's a huge target to have. You know, Skyline took advantage of their big target last year, and Thunder Ridge wanted to do it this year, and that's a big miss right there for them to have out.
As well as Preston McDaniel, also Cole Modal, another tight end. He's a 6'4" tight end. He's a junior. He's going to be out tonight, but they still have these 2 wide receivers, tall wide receivers. For my first game I did for Thunder Ridge, saw these guys get a lot of attempted passes to them, a lot of catches. Tanner Scoresby, Hudson Harker, both 6'4", 190, great targets to have if you're Ezra Moss.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how Skyline tries to defend that, because their defensive backs aren't that tall. You know, they're normal defensive backs. They're at 5'10", 5'11", but have those big receivers, see if they can get some jump balls and see if they can win those jump balls. That's the big part there.
And can replace more or less Carmine Garcia, or at least do a decent enough job for Skyline to get the victory tonight, as you see players shaking hands, showing some good sportsmanship. And last year, they played this game. Of course, this is the Berger Bowl. They played this game last year. Victory went to Skyline Grizzlies, 34-27, close game.
It was a very close game, especially for that Skyline team last year who, of course, you lost Hackey, the quarterback, but then you lost
Kenyon Sadiq?
Yeah, Kenyon Sadiq,
Oregon, yeah.
who went off to Oregon this year. And, I mean, he was a monster all last year, and to have that game to be so close was awesome. So this is why this game is going to be so interesting. Both of these teams are so young, and they're gaining experience, and I'm so ready to watch this game.
Yeah, again, keys to the game. Talk to Coach Scott Berger. He's in his 50s, definitely. Mike and Scott.
Yeah.
and if you're just joining us, Michael Berger, coach of Thunder Ridge, playing against his dad, Scott Berger, coach of Skyline Grizzlies.
Call him Dad and Son.
Dad and Son. So the dad team coaching to the son, or son team right now, kicking off to the dad team.
Yeah.
Wait, the kickoff. Kick is up. It's going to be a bit of pooch squib kick, and it's recovered at the 20-yard line. He's trying to take it to the other side of the field. It's a nice run. He's got some space. Gets to the outside, and finally runs out of real estate. That was 13, Kobe Klein, for the kickoff return.
One guy for this Skyline offense who I've watched, last year I noticed that he was getting a lot of time at wide receiver, and this year he's making a name for himself. Zion Crockett. I don't know if you watched this kid before. He's probably the quickest kid in Eastern Idaho.
Zion Crockett. Yeah. Continue, Josh.
Yeah, he is just electric when he gets the ball in his hands. I saw him. He had at least 2 touchdowns get called back when they were at the Rumble over at Madison High School a couple weeks ago.
So we got our first look at Skyline at quarterback. That's Alex Denner. Outside pass. A little screen to the outside right. He's got room. He's got space, and he's going to take it all the way 30, 35, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. First play of the ball game for the Skyline Grizzlies.
And we haven't even gotten to talk about him. That's their star sophomore running back, Amani Morel. And to make that, I believe that was a 60-yard touchdown run to open the game. He's just a monster, just a sophomore. He's going to run you over, and he's going to outrun you. What a great run right there just to start the game.
Wow, and that's going to count as a pass from Alex Dennert to Amani Morel, a throwing touchdown, as it was just a quick throw to the outside. 60-yarder, like you said, 6 points for Skyline. Great first play and great blocking up front, by the way. Go for the 2-point conversion, and it's going to be a fake. Well, it's going to be a throw, and that's going to be overthrown. It was a little fake handoff, but then he kept it. That was number 5 on the throw, Zion Crockett. You were mentioning him earlier, but that 2-point conversion is going to be no good. So we'll stay at 6-0 Skyline. Opening play of the game, 11:40 to go in the first quarter. Fun way to start the game, Josh.
That's the best way to start the game.
If you're a Skyline fan, of course.
If you're a Skyline fan, if you're dad, that's one way to show it. I wonder if they've shared plays. Hey, Dad, what do you think about this one? We're going to try this one against you. Or if it's like a top secret file at
That's
the home.
right.
Hey,
and
don't even come close to my house, Pops.
And, of course, Dad says, oh, that's a great play. Yeah, you should try that one.
Try that one, yeah.
Hey, team, they're going to definitely try this play. So if you're just joining us, first play of the for the Skyline's offensive drive, Amani Morel goes 60 yards on a quick outside screen to that far side. 60-yard, basically yards after catch.
Yep. And it is Alex doing kickoffs as well. The quarterback.
It is Alex. Okay. So like you said, high school football is a lot of fun. You see star players playing a lot of different positions. Kick is up, received up at the 15-yard line, and he's going to be tackled. Quick tackle at the 25. And Thunder Ridge's offense will take over for the first time tonight. We get to see Thunder Ridge's quarterback, Ezra Moss, and we'll see if he can find some targets. And also someone to watch for is Jaden Tuia, getting some looks from universities at the next level, Josh. And he's usually playing that right side. He's number 50. And we'll see how well he gets on some of these pushes as they run the ball. Quarterback under center, hands it off, and they do go to the right side, Jaden Tuia's side, and he'll get about 3 yards, take it to the 27-yard line, bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah,
2nd and 8, excuse me.
Yeah, Thunder Ridge just, there's a lot of teams that like to run that, like that triple option, wing T type offense, and there's so many things you can do for them. And if you have a big offensive lineman like Tui, number 50, who's about 270 pounds, you can definitely run on that side of the field.
Thunder Ridge like to spread it out a little bit, a little hybrid spread, where, like you said, they run that ball and they also throw. Running through the middle, they're just going to gain a couple. That's going to be just to the 30-yard line, so it's going to stay at 2nd and 8. Thought he got a couple there, but I guess not. Just got back to the line of scrimmage. Okay, so they did give him a couple. All right, 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 on the 30-yard line. Appreciate Josh McGauley here helping me out. Looks like I need to get new glasses here, Josh. Hand off to the left side this time. And he's bowling, keeping his legs on, getting stood up after getting a couple. And he's going to be short there.
Yeah, it was Hudson Harker, one of their tall wide receivers, number 85, that got the handoff. And he, I wasn't expecting him to get a handoff off the middle at 6'4", 190, but they're going to use him in as many ways as they can.
Yeah, you want to get the ball to your playmakers, and hopefully those playmakers do what they do best. But we're going to bring up 4th and too many. So Thunder Ridge is going to elect to punt from their own 34-yard line. Snaps up, punt is up.
Nice punt.
And received, great punt. And he gets to the outside. Again, he's not going down. Great run once again by number 5, Zion Crockett.
Yeah, I told every single time he has the ball in his hands, he's got to be averaging about 20 yards per catch, it feels like. Because every single time I've seen him, he's making people miss. He's gaining extra yards. He's doing that on punt returns. That's the normality for him on this Skyline offense. He's taken over that slot receiver spot for the Skyline team, and he's doing a heck of a job of it as it.
Thunder Ridge, their defense coach, talked at the beginning of the season, wants to make sure they stop big plays and stop the run. We'll see if they can do that this time again. And there is a run to the left side, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of 1. Again, that's quarterback in for the usual starting quarterback, Carmine Garcia, but he is out, so Alex Dennert getting the call today, and he runs for a gain of 1.
Yeah, I want Alex is probably going to watch this tape back, and he had more room in that outside. He's just trying to follow his blocks, doing exactly what you're supposed to do. But if he had just looked up a little bit, he had definitely a lot more room to the left-hand side.
Get that bounce to the outside. Alex Dennert's in the shotgun, running back at his right hip. He's got 2 wide, hands it off, and that's who again?
Zion Crockett.
Zion Crockett doing work, and he'll gain about 11 to the 30-yard line. That's going to be a Skyline first down.
Yeah, I love that little inside handoff to their slot receiver. He was more of like an H-back tight over on that right-hand side. And if you're going to have a guy like Zion, he's definitely going to make some ends miss and get some extra yards for that.
Dennert's got 2 wide on both sides. Takes a snap. He throws it high. He's got a man open with some. And he's a touchdown. Touchdown, double coverage. I wasn't sure if he's going to haul that in. Looked like one-handed grab. And that's their 6 for Skyline. Josh is laughing over here because that was amazing.
That was probably a better throw than anything. It was double covered. First off, the quarterback put it exactly where he could only catch it, right in his hands. He brought it in, double coverage. What a catch! I think that was number 10 for Skyline. Touchdown, Landon Taft. Excuse me.
Great catch by Landon Taft, but a better throw there from Alex Dennert.
That's one way to gain some confidence for your coach right there. Get some accuracy throwing it down the field.
So they'll go for 2 here. Gets a man in motion. He's got 4 wide to the right side. He rolls to the right, gets the throw off, and that's completed for the 2-point conversion.
And is that Taft again?
Oh. And that's number 11 on the catch. That's Taylor DeMott. So with 8:36 to play, Alex Dennert finds Landon Taft in the end zone. Great reception. And then the 2-point conversion after to Taylor DeMott is good. Gives Skyline 14 points, Thunder Ridge 0.
Yeah, this is a great game so far for the Skyline team. Now I want to see what Thunder Ridge can do. You know, they went 3 and out in their first drive, and I want to see if they're going to change it up a little bit, maybe do some more misdirection to try to break through the Skyline front 8.
So Skyline will wait to kick it off. Again, Alex Dennert doing just about almost everything, just not playing defense and not catching his own passes.
Well,
but who knows?
That's more normal is for offensive players to play defense, but I guess offensive special teams, same thing.
Great kick by Dennert to about the 5. And big hit. Lays the wood on Thunder Ridge. That was number 20 for Skyline, Crew Searle, the 5'9" DB. Big hit from Crew Searle. And maybe some friendly fire there. Got a Skyline player down.
Uh-oh, I think that's number 4, Dennert. Uh-oh. That's the quarterback, I believe.
Well, while we're waiting, we will step aside. We'll be right back. You're watching East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit MyLifeMyQuit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. That injury was Hamilton Woodruff, nice wide receiver. Saw him catch a great pass last week from Carmine Garcia. Hopefully he's okay, shaking up on the play, but he walked off on his own with his own strength. So Thunder Ridge will take over at the 20-yard line, hands it off right up the middle, gets a nice hole there. That's number 9, Hunter Rice.
And automatically,
for the carry.
Automatically, you see right here, they've changed their offense up. Now they're in the shotgun. And their normal formation with 2 wide receivers up top, 2 down, and a normal back next to the quarterback.
And that's what you and I have both seen from Thunder Ridge. It was a little bit strange to see that wing tee. Thank you, that wing tee formation that we see more from Minico teams.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, this year Minico has changed their offensive makeup a little bit. Quarterback takes the snap, throw to the outside. That's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. And that was to Hudson Harker.
Yep, the big wide receiver. Yeah, just a little underthrown there, and maybe the arm wasn't quite warmed up, it seemed like. Just a little bit of an underthrow there.
I'll bring up 3rd and 3, so crucial 3rd down here as Thunder Ridge is down 14-0. Got to get a first down here to stay in this game. 7:53 to go in this first period of action. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle, and he will be short. Just gets to the 30-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th and 1. So decision time here for Thunder Ridge. They're keeping the offense on the field, and I think that's the right call. I think you're down 14-0. It's first quarter. I think you try to go for it here, Josh, because you've had some positive plays on this drive.
I mean, if you watched the Detroit Chiefs game last night, you saw Dan Campbell go for it in their own 20-yard line.
That's
so why
right.
not? It's a rivalry game. You've already set the scene. You're down by 2 touchdowns now. So absolutely go for this short yardage game. You can get back into that wing T formation there. You're definitely going to gain at least a couple.
So we'll see what they call here. Of course, we've seen more of a spread on this drive. Last drive was, like you said, wing T. A couple running plays. Ended up in punting the ball. We'll see what they get here on 4th down, but it looks like we're going to have a timeout by Thunder Ridge. They didn't like what they saw, or maybe they were looking to see what they would, defense Coach Berger, Skyline Coach Berger, Dad Berger, would bring out, and they called timeout to maybe change their play. We'll take a timeout with them. You're watching East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
Make the memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. We come out of the timeout. Skyline's up 14-0 with 6:54 to go in the first quarter. Thunder Ridge going for it on 4th and 1. Ball on the 30-yard line. So at a decent spot in their own territory, but still dangerous. But I like the call to go for it. Quarterback under center. Takes a snap, and a little bit of confusion, but he takes it, and Eagle will get the first down. Bit of a broken play. And he picks up the first down, Josh.
I thought he jumped off sides, that outside backer over there.
He may have gotten back on his side of the line of scrimmage before they hiked the ball. But yeah, if they would have hiked the ball, would have been offsides and a free first down.
I thought normally they call that no matter what here in high school, but maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. They didn't call it, but man, and broken play there. But ended up working out okay for on that wing T formation for Thunder Ridge. So they'll get the first down, start on the 33-yard line. Quarterback under center, takes the snap. Fake handoff to both. He throws the outside, he's got a man open. That's number 85. He breaks a tackle, and he will get a couple more yards after catch. Nice work there by Hudson Harker, the tall wide receiver, 6'4" that is. First down, Thunder Ridge.
Yeah, that's his third look for the ball here early on, and good for them, too. That was a better pass this time, and he made one man miss and gained about 12, 13 yards on that play.
So Ezra Moss makes the right read, and he will continue under center, commanding this offense, trying to move this ball, getting across that 50. Currently find themselves in the 45-yard line. Takes the snap, hands it off, left side, and he's going to get a couple. Again, Hudson Harker on the run.
Yep, Harker there. They've run that play a couple times now. Harker just in that H-back position on the quarterback's right-hand side and gained about 4 yards on the first down.
So 6:04 to play. Grizzlies up 14-0 on the Titans in this first quarter of action in the Berger Bowl. Great to have you with us. Ezra Moss under center. Takes the snap, fake handoff, and it's going to be a designed quarterback run, and he's going to get tackled for a loss. Gang tackled by the entire Skyline defense.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a fake play, but Skyline was not faked at all. So great read from that defensive line to get there. I couldn't see who got there first, but great job from that Skyline defense.
And like you said, it's maybe supposed to be a fake, and he was doing what he's supposed to, following his blockers, but Skyline better defense on that play. So they'll sub in some guys, get some fresh legs. Again, they've been doing a lot of work on that right side. Jaden Tuia, like we said, getting some attention from next level, from universities, colleges. Hopefully we can get some good film. It's great to see local kids make it to the next level.
Absolutely.
Ezra Moss in the shotgun now, so that spread is back. Four wide, takes the snap. Quick drop, and he's going to throw high. It's going to be long. He's got his man open. That's a catch, completed to the 20-yard line. Big gain for Thunder Ridge, first down.
Yeah, and that catch was by Cody Robinson. He's listed as a running back, 5'10", 170 pounds. What a throw right there, though, from Moss.
Perfect throw from Moss, right in the breadbasket. Sometimes those can be hard to catch, but Cody Robinson, great catch, and gets him to the 20-yard line. So Thunder Ridge crosses the 50, and now in the red zone. Looking to answer after Skyline went up 14-0. Handoff up the middle. That wing T is starting to gain some traction for Thunder Ridge's offense, Josh.
Yeah, and I think it's because they're going back to that normal formation. They're changing it up. They're confusing the defense a little bit more, and it's also helping that Moss is hitting his throws now, gaining confidence, and getting more comfortable in this game.
So that'll be a gain of 5, bring up 2nd and 5, 4:01 to play, but looks like we got another timeout from Skyline Grizzlies, so we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
I'm Matt from Salt Lake City. Last year, while climbing in the Tetons, I fell nearly 600 feet. My hip bone was broken and exposed. I could see my quad muscles, and I had lacerated my liver. And I knew right away that blood was filling my abdomen. After a 3-hour rescue operation, I was airlifted to Ermac's Trauma Center. I was rushed into surgery. Then their amazing team worked with me for weeks of rehab. Thanks to their incredible care, I've made a full recovery, and I'm back to doing the things I love. And that's why I say, take me to Ermac.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Great to be with you. There's been some technical issues here and there, so hopefully still with us. Skyline is up 14-0 with 3:58 to go in the first quarter, but Thunder Ridge in the red zone looking to strike and get themselves on the scoreboard. 2nd and 5, Ezra Moss under center. They're in that wing tee. Takes the snap. It's a pitch to the right side. Gets out to the right side, 10, 9, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I think they found something. They're targeting Harkert a lot. Like you said, they're missing their big tight end right now, and Harkert being the, basically a size of a big tight end, is getting a lot of those carries and getting much more of those targets.
And I can't tell if they gave him the first down or not. Looks like they did, so 1st and goal on the 15-yard line. Thunder Ridge takes the snap, and it's going to be a handoff. Oh. Fumble, and Skyline has it. Skyline recovers. Fumble Rushki, Josh.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out with the camera, making sure we had a good play. I didn't see what happened exactly. Did you catch it?
I thought they handed off to the left guy. Suddenly he didn't have the ball, and the ball was on the ground. Skyline recovers.
There we go.
So Thunder Ridge, brutal mistake. They're inside the 10 looking to strike. Skyline, though, strikes themselves, gets that fumble recovery and will take over at their own 9-yard line with 3:48 to play.
Such a good drive, too, and that's a horrible way to end that drive.
A number of Thunder Ridge games that you and I have both done in so far this season, Thunder Ridge has had good drives, but just can't either miss field goals or miss touchdowns, and can't kind of complete those drives.
Yeah.
After that almost no-yard gain, bring up 2nd and 10 for Skyline. On the reverse, if Thunder Ridge can get a stop here, they can find themselves in good field position, Josh.
Yeah. And Thunder Ridge has gotten down early in games before. And if you think of the first game they had of the season when they played Idaho Falls, maybe the game of the year, and they came all the way back from 21, I think it was 21-7 at halftime, and ended up tying the game in the last play of regulation and losing in overtime eventually. But what did they have? They have the guts to come back and do what they need to do.
Alexander in the shotgun hands it off, and that's going to be to Zion Crockett, and Zion's going to get. He's going to get about 9 yards and bring up 3rd and 1 on the 17-yard line. So it gives them some breathing room to convert on this 3rd and 1, to hopefully convert on this 3rd and 1. 2:42 to play in this first quarter. Berger Bowl, a lot of emotion. Coaches talk about players will be playing with intensity for this one. Both teams want to win for their respective family member.
Do you think there's a bet on the line? You think so? A little?
Maybe a little. Maybe a first turkey leg for
exactly.
on Thanksgiving, right? Whoever wins.
You host Thanksgiving this year.
Skyline will get that first down after a run of about 3 to that right side. First down, Skyline. Of course, Scott Berger, longtime coach of Skyline, 15th season. Michael Berger in his 2nd year for the Thunder Ridge Titans. Scott Berger's been there so long. He taught my wife history.
No way.
So yeah, my wife was a Skyline alum. She was taught by legendary Coach Berger.
That's awesome.
Skyline, and I believe he also did some track and field as well. It's going to be a handoff to right side. That's going to get for no gain. Nice stop there by Thunder Ridge on that 1st and 10 play.
You know, just looking early on, you can see the size difference of Skyline's offensive line and Thunder Ridge's defensive line. And so you can see why they're getting those big pushes. And so right there, Thunder Ridge, they were able to push back and have a no gain on the play, on that run play. But it's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be a long night if Thunder Ridge can't hold their own against the Skyline offensive line.
And you talk about those the size differences as the game wears on. You can that makes a difference. There are a lot of college and pro teams who pride themselves in having big offensive lines.
Yeah.
And we're going to be the last one standing. We're going to wear you down in the third and fourth quarter. Dennert takes the snap in the shotgun. Little screen pass up the middle, and that's going to be for a loss of 1. Pass to Hamilton Woodruff, who was shaken up earlier on that special teams play, but he's back out there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 11.
Yeah,
for Skyline.
The linebacker, Jaron Sauter, was the one that caught that out. It was like a little tunnel screen, and good job from the junior year there to sneak it out and stop that and for a loss of 2.
Grizzlies going to sub in. Looks like Taylor DeMott back in there. And Dennert comes from the sideline. Dennett, excuse me. Oh, Dennert. Alex Dennert does come from the sideline. Gets the play. And they'll get this one off before the first quarter ends. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Dennert, empty backfield, 5 wide, takes the snap. It's going to be a long throw. He's got a man wide open, 2 men open. That's going to be a catch, completed, 30, 35, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Skyline.
Zion Crockett doing his thing. Yeah. What a monster he is. He's so quick and athletic. And what a move. It was a nice little double move that Zion put on for on that Thunder Ridge defense. And, yeah, there's no catching him if he gets wide open. What a throw as well. That's a second beautiful deep throw.
Perfect ball. Again, he had 2 guys open. He chose Zion Crockett. And Zion Crockett getting some great touches tonight. He hauls that one in, no worries. And Skyline will go for the extra point. Snap is up, kick is up, and kick is good. So Skyline gets the extra point, and they go up 21-0 on the Thunder Ridge Titans, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Buzzer beater touchdown.
Yeah.
Skyline 21, Thunder Ridge 0. You're watching East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the East Idaho Prepcast covers every inch of District 5 and District 6 activities in Idaho.
Just think about this. The Highland Ram cheerleaders won their 14th 5A title in the past 15 seasons. And then they went on to win the national competition in California.
Hosted by Sean Kane, the East Idaho Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. Or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. We're into the second quarter here of action at the Berger Bowl at Ravston Stadium. Skyline Grizzlies up 21-0 on the Thunder Ridge Titans. And so far, 2 great throws by the backup quarterback filling in for Carmine Garcia, Alex Dennert, Josh.
Yeah. That play just now reminded me of the Skyline of last year.
Kick is up to about the 10-yard line, and he'll take it out. And he gets some breakaways, gets through the middle, and he's got some space. We'll see if Alex Dennert can catch him. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds by Alex Dennert at the 12-yard line. Great run there. I believe that's Cody Robinson, the running back, 5'10 running back. So he takes that from about the 10-yard line all the way to Skyline's 17. Great run there by Cody Robinson.
Yeah, great job of following his blocks there. He found the opening. It was actually in the middle of that formation, and he followed his blocks and just cut right through. Great job from him.
So Thunder Ridge will take over, a little spark on offense. And timeout Skyline Grizzlies. Didn't like what they saw.
This just makes me think, that turnover didn't happen on Thunder Ridge's last possession. Say they scored. Say they just, they got a 3 now, and now this game could potentially be getting tied. That could be a 14-point swing early on in this game. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a great point. And, of course, that didn't happen, and Skyline finds themselves up 21-0. But, yeah, for sure, you got those kind of – you expect some errors to happen.
Absolutely.
But, man, when you're fumbling on the 9-yard line about to score, those are tough ones. Those are tough ones to recover from, especially when you're already down 14-0.
Like we said earlier, though, they've been down before. They've seen this score before. And so they have the resilience. They're going to find their way back, and they have the confidence, especially in their coach. And this is a big game for them. So I'm excited to see how this ends.
Skyline, great turnout from their fans. Always a great turnout from the Skyline community. Great student section over here on the right side. Probably can't see it because our camera is so perfectly positioned. Josh doing such a great job making sure you get both sides of the field, the whole angle. But great turnout from the student section, fans of Skyline. Great atmosphere, beautiful weather in the low 70s. Great atmosphere, some Friday night football here at Ravston Stadium. Hands the ball off to the middle, and that'll just get about maybe 1 yard. Ball to, looked like it was number 26, but there's no 26 on our list there, Josh. They said Lincoln. They mentioned the name, but I didn't catch a Lincoln something. So those who know Lincoln, go ahead and
shout out Lincoln.
And shout out Lincoln, number 26. Gain of about 2, so 2nd and 8 in the early parts of this second quarter. Fakes the handoff, throws to the right side, and he's fighting to get into the end zone. Does he? He does! Signal from the line official is good. Touchdown. Thunder Ridge Titans.
Yeah, and then once again, that's Hudson Harker with the touchdown reception. Hudson's been very active early on in this game, and that was just a quick out, and he did the rest. Great job, drag a couple of defenders and barely get in on that far side pylon there.
So that's a 15-yard touchdown reception for Hudson Harker with 11:06 to play in this second quarter. So after that nice long kickoff return for Thunder Ridge, they were able to capitalize in the red zone, and they get him for 6. Extra point pending. Oh, and it's a bad snap, and that's going to be no good for Thunder Ridge. So no extra point, low snap. And while I was watching them warm up, I did see a couple of those low snaps, Josh.
Did you?
So hopefully they can figure that out, and you want to be able to get those easy points on the board. But they do get 6 with 11:06 to play. Grizzlies up 21-6 in the second quarter. While we have a minute, we'll recognize the sponsor, Kelly Canyon. Kelly Canyon wants to wish all the Eastern Idaho teams playing in the Rumble today the best of luck. Winter is right around the corner, so no matter your ski level, there is a place for you at Kelly Canyon. And soon, Doug and the folks at Kelly Canyon also want to give a special shout out to all the youth in the Upper Valley Grid Kid organization. Many of those kids will be playing in these games in a few years, so thank you to all those involved in Upper Valley Grid Kid. Have a great season.
Yeah, a lot of those kids, or a lot of the kids on the team or the field now were on those, on the Grid Kid, and it's a good organization. I know a couple of our broadcasters for Idaho Sports, their kids are on there, and they love it. So.
So instead of, like you said, Josh, instead of 14-14, we find ourselves 21-6. Titans do get on the board, but not after fumbling inside the 9-yard line in that first quarter, giving up a couple big touchdowns to Grizzlies. But, hey, they've had some nice moments on defense. Maybe they can get a stop here and get the ball back. And it's going to be a little squib kick up the middle, received by 13, Colby Klein. And nowhere to run. He's going to get outside. Ooh, running into the table. I don't think there was any malintent there, just kind of falling and tripping over each other.
Yeah, and I think he just fell and tripped actually over one of his own teammates. Just unlucky, but I believe he landed on his pads, the table to pads, so it didn't hurt as bad. He definitely felt it.
Yeah, and you heard it from the crowd. But ooh, went over the crowd. So they'll start at the 27-yard line. And so far, Skyline Grizzlies have just been doing whatever they want on offense with those throws, with those long throws, no problem.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Thunder Ridge can change on their defense right here. See if they're going to change it up, go a little bit more zone or a little bit more man.
Denner in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to the big fella. That's number 6, Amani Morel. 6 foot 210, only a sophomore, Josh.
He's a monster, yeah. In the game that they had at the Rumble, their first game of the season, he had over 150 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Some great catches. He's just a beast.
Morel's going to be a problem for the High Country Conference.
Yes. He's, like I said, just a sophomore at 210. Yeah, good luck tackling him.
Of course, Skyline, this is their last non-conference game before they get into their conference matchups. Skyline looking to four-peat. They've won 3 state championships in a row, trying to get that 4th this season. Run to the left side, Colby Klein, and he's going to get about 5 yards.
Oh.
Interesting spot there.
He thought he rolled over the defender, but I think he was definitely down there.
That's going to bring up 3rd and about 5 on the 28-yard line. 9:58 to go in the second period in this first half of the Berger Bowl. Of course, last year Skyline won 34-27. Thunder Ridge trying to change that tonight, but find themselves down 21-6. Skyline's got 3 wide to the right side. Alex Denner takes a snap. He's going to take it himself. And he's going to go down at about the 36-yard line. And that's going to bring up 4th and 2, short of the first down. And we'll see what they elect to do.
I'm expecting them to go for this.
Yeah.
They have the offensive line size. They have the big running back. They definitely can do this.
If you would think Dad would have any kind of sympathy for son, think again.
Yeah, no way.
So Denner in the shotgun. He's got 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Motions a man. He rolls to his right, and it's going to be a punt. So they do elect to punt after all, a little fake play, and that's going to roll inside the 10. Alex Denner doing it all, going to finally stop at about almost the 5-yard line. Excellent punt from the quarterback and kicker and wide receiver at that, Alex Denner.
Yeah, that was awesome there. Showing off the foot, showing off the punting skills.
Alex Denner doing it all for Skyline tonight, filling in for the injured Carmine Garcia. Carmine, of course, last week was dinged up a little bit playing against those Highland Rams, that 5A team, who I think is not getting enough credit, Josh. They're playing really well so far. And obviously, Rigby, Madison going to be strong. I think Highland is going to be a problem.
Well, the way Rigby's looking this year, Highland, this may be one of their shot because Rigby's been such a powerhouse there.
Handoff by Thunder Ridge into the middle. We'll only gain a couple. Going to bring up 2nd and 8. 8:35 to go in the second quarter. Skyline will make some substitutions. We'll see if the Thunder Ridge line can get some push as they're in that wing T again. Ezra Moss under center. Takes the snap, hands it off into the middle, and it's going to be going nowhere. Great defensive stop by Skyline Grizzlies. And that was number 0, Corbin Lancaster, 19, Paxton Nolf on the tackles.
Yeah, that was the infamous number 26, Lincoln, that had the carry there for a gain of nothing?
Gain of nothing. Going to bring up 3rd and 6. Ball on the 10-yard line. Dangerous area. This is where they were before, but on the opposite end when they fumble. Definitely don't want to fumble here, as you will give Skyline excellent field position. Ezra Moss, wing T again, under center. Takes the snap, and it's going to be a pitch to the outside. That's number 85, and he's going to, is he going to get there? Awkward fall, awkward tackle. Hudson Harker, once again, that wide receiver. And it's going to be close to the first down. But are they going to give it to him? No. So it's going to be short a couple of yards. So 4th and 2.
Yeah, I thought he reached out there. He has that big, huge 6'4" frame, but he must have stepped out before he reached.
So if you're Thunder Ridge, you're down 21-6. What's the decision here, Josh?
Oh, we're going for this. We're definitely going for this. 21-6. Let's get our power guys in there. Probably going to be a handoff to Hudson or a quarterback keeper is my guess.
Again, they've had some push at times this game so far. Ezra Moss under center, 4th and 2. Skyline's going to bring the heat.
Oh,
and they jump, and they got him this time. So first time, either they didn't call it or they didn't get him. This time they do get him on the hard snap.
Yeah, good job from that hard count there from Moss, the quarterback. That's the easiest way to get a conversion on 4th and 1.
So nice call by Coach Berger to go for the hard count, like you said. Draws Skyline. Skyline was they were bringing everyone into the middle, selling out on the run, and they were licking their chops, but looked a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And offsides, first down, Thunder Ridge Titans. They will continue with the ball. Handoff to the left side, middle, excuse me, and that's going to gain about 3 yards. Nice short run, but good strong run by. Was that 26 again?
Yeah, Lincoln.
I wish we knew who Lincoln was.
I'm assuming a first name. Could be a last name, but I'm going to assume a first name.
I heard on the loudspeaker Lincoln, and then I missed the last name. So again, go ahead and maybe tweet at us or send a post. Send a post on X. Let us know who number 26 is. Lincoln, we need that last name. We'd love to shout him out, make sure he's getting the attention he deserves. Throw to the outside. That's going to be incomplete. That came in a little bit hot. And 23, Nathan Olson, wasn't ready for that one.
Yeah, Moss has got to be a baseball player. That definitely came in hot.
That was a fast throw, and he had to thread that in. It was a good, I thought it was a good throw, just maybe a little bit too strong. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6 with 6:35 to go. Ball on the 24-yard line. Moss under center. Got 3 behind him. Wing formation once again. So mixing up that spread in that wing. Nice little hole there for number 58 or 56.
It was Hudson again, 85.
Hudson again, 85, okay. I'm getting my numbers mixed up. A little dyslexic there. No. 85, Hudson Harker on the carry.
These jerseys, gratefully, they're so easy to read. But when we were at the Rocky Mountain Rumble early on in the season.
At Madison.
Yeah, there was some jersey there. They were white with light gold numbering.
Oh, that's impossible.
And it was impossible to read, especially during the day. There's no telling who it was. Unless we got a shining glimpse of the number, there was no way that we could have known who was catching the ball, who was running, nothing.
That's when you bring in the binoculars, right, Josh? Unfortunately, it's super hard to even have binoculars while you're watching these plays go.
Yeah.
It's like zooming in on the camera.
And it looks like Skyline's going to call a timeout here.
So Skyline will call a timeout, and we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the East Idaho Prepcast covers every inch of District 5 and District 6 activities in Idaho.
Just think about this. The Highland Ram cheerleaders won their 14th 5A title in the past 15 seasons. And then they went on to win the national competition in California.
Hosted by Sean Kane, the East Idaho Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. Or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Skyline Grizzlies up 21-6 on the Thunder Ridge Titans. Thunder Ridge going for it on fourth. No, excuse me. Looks like they're punting on 4th and 2.
Could be a fake. You never know.
You never know. Good snap. An end-over-end punt. And that's going to roll. Nice roll there inside the 30. And great punt there by, looks like that was 23, Nathan Olson, the 6-foot kicker, the senior kicker for Thunder Ridge. So nice punt. And forces Skyline to start at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, we're going to see if Thunder Ridge can get a stop there. They decided not to go for it on 4th down again, so got to get a stop. That's what they're counting for here to get back into this game.
5:32 to play in this second quarter. In this first half of action, Berger Bowl, again, was asking around pregame who kind of thought of that, and everyone was like, well, it's the Berger Bowl, of course. I wanted to give a shout-out to whoever was creative enough to think of the Berger Bowl. Of course, this is the second time playing this. This is a rematch from last year. A nice handoff, little switcheroo to Zion Crockett. And that's going to be a short gain, about a gain of 3. Yeah, 2nd and 7, Josh.
We were one of the first people here today, and we were lucky enough to get a little memorabilia. Memorabilia from the Berger Bowl.
Yeah, got a nice white shirt. I don't know if you can, camera can't get down there, but there's free T-shirts being passed out on the Skyline side at least that say Berger Bowl with some ads on the back, and really fun to get those. And I'm not part of. No, they're free. So we got free Berger Bowl T-shirts courtesy of Skyline Grizzlies. So empty backfield for Alex Denner, and he'll go up the middle, and quarterback keeper gets a nice gain. That'll bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. About a 6-yard gain for Alex Denner. Denner continued to have a strong game, filling in for the injured Carmine Garcia.
Yeah, and Denner, we'll talk more about this at the end of the game, but he's looked really good early on, and so has Carmichael as well. And so this could be an interesting conversation going on later, this week, and whenever he just can come back from that injury. But it's nice to have a quarterback as your backup that can lead your offense like this.
Man in motion, takes the snap, hands it off. He goes left side, and he pushes. Great running there by Amani Morel.
Yeah, that's just one of those examples.
That's what he does.
You can't tackle him up high. You got to get low on him. He's going to run through you. I don't care how big you are. He's going to fall forward.
Amani Morel sinks those hips and just keeps those legs churning. Gets the first down all the way up to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 with 3:52 to play.
It says he's 210 on the roster, but he looks about 230, runs about a 4.4, seems like. I know he doesn't, but that's what it seems like. And
only a sophomore.
He's just going to get faster and bigger every year.
Denner takes the snap. Little delayed handoff again to Amani Morel, and he breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and almost breaks one more, but finally gets pushed out at the 28-yard line. Great run by Amani Morel.
My goodness, yeah, that was a great play design. First off, it was a rollout for the quarterback, and then he handed it back off to Morel going the other direction, so misdirection, and Morel did the rest. And we were just talking about the speed and the quickness, and I wonder what he was doing on JV last year. Oh my goodness, if he's doing this up here at Varsity, he's I don't want to see the numbers he did last year.
Taking names, no doubt, for JV, for Skyline. Denner empty backfield. He's got 3 right. Gets a man in motion, and he gets the handoff, and he's going to be – no, I thought he was going to be tackled for no gain, but he does get a couple. We'll bring up 2nd and about 7 on about the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Zion Crockett on the carry. He's done a lot of those inside zone and inside carries there. He's just not a small or not a big guy. He's about 160 pounds, and but he loves going up and down the middle of the field, and definitely can do it. He lines up all over the slide and the running back position. Just give him wherever you want. He's gonna make a man miss and get some yards.
2:45 to play in the second quarter in this first half of the Berger Bowl. 2nd and 6 on the 21. Alex Denner in the shotgun. 2 guys on both sides. Zion Crockett in motion. He's got Zion Crockett open, but he decides to go in the middle. Dangerous throw and hit hard as he's going up. That was a hit by number 5, Jaron Sauter. And a teammate missed his number, but great read there by Thunder Ridge's defense.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go on the deeper pass in the end zone. He looked like he was getting more open than what was that number 1 there, that Hamilton Woodruff,
who had a nice play in the end zone last week against Highland. And also his check down was over there for Zion Crockett, but decided to go in the middle. Pass falls incomplete. That might be the first incomplete of the ball game for him. 3rd and 6 Throws outside, and that's picked off. Bobbled in the air, and it is Thunder Ridge football.
Wow, that looked like the ball was in the receiver's hand and just basically fell out. Great play right there from the DB to put a hand in there and break up that pass to, basically make it a tip drill for that Thunder Ridge defense.
So I spoke to Soon Alexander having a really strong game. Hadn't thrown an incomplete pass yet. Then he throws 2 in a row, and that second one bobbles and is picked off by Thunder Ridge's defense.
Yeah, and they have Skyline has a turnover chain, and Thunder Ridge has a turnover belt. So they're just running around with the belt on the sideline over there.
Love to see that team spirit. Hopefully they can get something going here on offense. It's going to be a run up the middle. Nice run. Gets a nice push there. Gain of about 6.
I believe that was Lincoln again. I'm sorry. I'm trying to listen to see if they can give his last name.
At the half, we'll go looking, and we'll go for a little walk and see if we can't find out what Lincoln's last name is. But number 26 getting some good yards for Thunder Ridge Titans. As Ramas under center. Wing T formation, hands it off to the right side. And it's fumbled. And that looks like Skyline saying they got the ball. Skyline says they have it, and sure enough they do. Skyline recovers the fumble. So go ahead, Josh.
I was say back-to-back drives with turnovers for these teams, and that's never what you want to see as a coach. But here they go. You got the Skyline chain getting on, and they're sitting in the crown.
So number 20 recovered that for Skyline. That's Cruz Searle. And we've called his name a number of times tonight, having a nice defensive game. So like you said, Thunder Ridge gets the interception off that bumbled throw. 2 plays later, Thunder Ridge coughs the ball up, and Thunder Ridge recovers. So Thunder Ridge will take over now on the 20-yard line. 1:44 to play in this first half of action. Berger Bull here at Ravston Stadium. Skyline Grizzlies up on the Thunder Ridge Titans 21-6. Denner in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to the right side of Monty Morell. And he will get tackled, but not after gaining a couple yards.
Yeah, and this is, they have a short field right now, and so this is probably a hard offensive. It's always hard to play offense in the red zone, and this will be a nice job for Denner to revenge himself and get, Skyline another touchdown, and hopefully put that interception in the background, at least till film day come later next week or early next week.
Denner gets a man in motion right to left, hands it again to Morell, and Morell cuts to the outside. Great outside cut, almost gets it untouched. Touchdown, Skyline.
Yeah, Morell just got basically a delayed handoff, and great job right there, going up the middle, following his blockers, and he did the rest and got into the end zone to make it 27-6.
So Monty Morell, about a 20-yard touchdown run, making it 27, like you said, 27-6. 1:02 to play. Extra point pending for Skyline. Kick is up. Kick is good. 28-6. Skyline up. 1:02 to play. And Monty Morell, that he found the hole, and then that cut outside was so quick, Josh.
Yeah, it was really quick. He made that safety basically. I mean, he crossed him. If you were thinking about basketball terms, that's my main sport, and found the end zone basically untouched.
I like the comparison to basketball. Definitely crossed him up, right? Back in the day, we called it the killer crossover.
Yes.
So Monty Morell, killer crossovers his man and gets in almost untouched for 6. And he gets on the board for the second time tonight. First time was that 60-yard throw, was that little screen pass to the outside in the first quarter. And then here with 1:02 to play in the second quarter, Monty Morell gets a 20-yard touchdown run after a few turnovers by both teams. So Skyline Grizzlies threw the interception. Thunder Ridge takes over, and on the second play, Thunder Ridge fumbles the ball. Skyline takes over then on offense with good field position. But like you said, sometimes it gets kind of hard to to drop those plays and execute when the field is so much smaller. Of course, Skyline has scored 2 touchdowns tonight with a lot of field to play on those long throws. So a kick is up. Again, it's going to be a little squib kick to the 10-yard line, but there's some nice room to run, but he's finally taken down at about the 36-yard line. There's going to be a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a block in the back.
That's kind of hard to say. Block in the black, block in the back.
Oh, the face mask. Okay, I thought I saw a block in the back on this this near sideline, but they're going to say a face mask.
Face mask on Skyline, so that'll give Thunder Ridge a few more yards, 15 more yards to be exact.
But block in the back. That is a little fast. If I haven't warmed up my vocals. Block in the back.
No doubt. Thunder Ridge will take over at Skyline's 48-yard line. So 54.6 to go in the first half. We'll see what Thunder Ridge can cook up here. Try to get maybe some points on the board before halftime. And Thunder Ridge will receive in the second half. So man, if you can score here, Josh, you're still in this ball game. Has time, he throws, he's open. That's 85, and is he gonna keep that ball? No, incomplete, falls incomplete. 85 was triple covered, and he is hurt on the play. That was Hudson Harker, had to go up and get that one.
Yeah, and the Skyline free safety immediately went down to check on him, so he must have heard something.
So Harker is down, and hopefully he's okay, but we're gonna take a break as they look to take care of him. You're watching East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
Make the memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details. Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
At all our
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 3607.
I'm Matt from Salt Lake City. Last year, while climbing in the Tetons, I fell nearly 600 feet. My hip bone was broken and exposed. I could see my quad muscles, and I had lacerated my liver. And I knew right away that blood was filling my abdomen. After a 3-hour rescue operation, I was airlifted to Ermac's Trauma Center. I was rushed into surgery. Then their amazing team worked with me for weeks of rehab. Thanks to their incredible care, I've made a full recovery and I'm back to doing the things I love. And that's why I say, take me to Ermac.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Hudson Harker goes down on that long throw play. They were trying to get into the red zone, trying to get some quick points. Hudson Harker goes up for the catch, almost completes it, but he's hit hard by the safety, and he goes down, maybe a lower back injury. Hopefully he's okay. He's walking off the field with some help from coaches.
Yeah, that's never what you want to play, especially since how big of a role he is in this offense. You know, he's probably getting 2 carries every single drive minimum, all right? And we've seen at least 8+ targets for him. He has their lone touchdown of the night. He's been a huge factor in this offense.
Yeah, averaging like you said, about 2 touches a drive. So Thunder Ridge will continue on the 46-yard line, 47-yard line. Throw is outside. That's going to be incomplete. Pass intended for Radley Nebeker. Radley Nebeker, another tall wide receiver, 6'4".
Yeah, now it's just next man up for this Thunder Ridge team, and who's going to show up for them. They have their 2 big weapons out with their big tight end, and now Hudson being out. So next man up for this Thunder Ridge team, and they're going to have to find somebody and find somebody quick.
Again, 3rd and 10, 44 seconds to play in the first half. Hudson Harker goes down as Thunder Ridge was trying to get into the striking territory. So we'll see what they can do here on 3rd and 10. Skyline fans getting excited for this 3rd down, hoping their defense gets a stop. Thunder Ridge trying to convert on this 3rd and long. Four receivers wide. Running back at Ezra Moss's right hip. He takes the snap. He has time. He throws across the middle. That's completed, and that's going to be a 1st down complete to Cody Robinson.
Yeah, clock stops at 38.6 seconds just for the lines to move, or the chains to move, excuse me.
And of course, new rule in college football, that clock keeps rolling except for within 2 minutes. The clock does stop. High school rules stay the same, 35.9 to play. Ball on the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Moss takes the snap. Again, plenty of time. He throws long, but that's going to be overthrown. Pass intended for, again, number 11, Cody Robinson, the running back.
Yeah, it was a tough throw. That's a really hard throw to make, especially when there's basically triple coverage over there. So that was a good overthrow for Moss.
Yeah, if you're gonna throw over into triple coverage, overthrow better than under, definitely. So 2nd and 10 on the 34-yard line, 20 seconds to play in this opening half of the Berger Bowl. Ezra Moss takes the snap, a screenplay, and that's going to fall incomplete, almost completed, but falls incomplete in the end. That was past the Hunter Rice.
Yeah, that was such a great design play, and what a time to call that screenplay, because if that had connected, he had 4 offensive linemen in front of him, and he might have gotten into the end zone just the way that it was looking to form up right there.
Skyline defense too much there, though. They get into the backfield quickly enough to force him to throw that ball a little bit to the inside of Hunter Rice, where he was going outside. So hard catch to haul in. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10 with 14 seconds to play. Ball on the 34-yard line. Ezra Moss takes a snap. He throws the outside. He's got a man open, and he's going to break a tackle, and he's got to get out of bounds. That's number 82, Radley Nebeker. Like you said, last man up.
I believe.
And that's going to be a 1st down, 5.7 seconds to play, Josh.
Yeah, I was going to say, I believe that's their final time. Nope. Yeah, final timeout that they're going to call.
So timeout, Thunder Ridge with 5 seconds to play in this opening half. We'll see if they can finish this drive with points. Curious here if they go for a field goal or they go for end zone.
5 seconds, that's a really hard decision to make, right? Or if you're confident in your kicking situation, then maybe you can do a short out and just get closer to make it more of a comfortable kick. But if not, this is probably where you were going to go, up to your big receiver, Hudson Harker, who just went down with an injury. But he's not there, so you do have a couple more tall receivers that maybe you can get a jump ball with. But this is going to be a really interesting call over there for Coach Berger.
I'm sure he wouldn't mind that, yeah. Coach Berger, right?
I wouldn't mind a burger right now either.
We're up here starving, so if you know where we are, we'll take any food tonight. East Idaho Game Night, IdahoSports.com. The announcers are hungry.
Yeah.
5 seconds to play, 28-6. Ball on the 19-yard line. They do decide to come out with their offense. No kicking, so either a quick out or they're going for the end zone. Moss takes the snap. He's got a man in the middle, and he breaks a tackle, and he gets in for 6. Touchdown with 0 seconds to go in the first half. Thunder Ridge scores.
Wow, what a play there, too. And that was, I believe that was Radley Beaker.
Radley Nebeker, yes.
Nebeker, excuse me, Nebeker. He's another one of the junior 6'4" receivers that just got open in the middle of the field and was able to carry a defender into the end zone.
So great throw into that slant route into the middle by Thunder Ridge. Good snap.
Ooh.
But that is going to be good. Flag, a little extracurricular after the play. We'll see what they call here as time has expired.
Yeah, I think he ran into the kicker. It was almost blocked.
So a buzzer-beating Ezra Moss pass to Russell Nebeker.
How often does this happen? A buzzer-beating first quarter touchdown pass and a buzzer-beating second quarter touchdown pass. Not bad.
Only the best for us tonight, Josh.
Yeah, of course.
We appreciate the great plays on by both sides. And as the refs, as they convene and discuss this penalty, how they're going to implement it, we are going to end the half with Thunder Ridge scoring at the buzzer beater. They're down 28-13, but strike. They get the buzzer beater. They get the ball back in the second half, and we'll take a break and we'll come back for our halftime show, brought to you by Next Steps Idaho. We'll be right back after these quick messages from our sponsors. You're watching East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
Make the memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the East Idaho Prepcast covers every inch of District 5 and District 6 activities in Idaho.
Just think about this. The Highland Ram cheerleaders won their 14th 5A title in the past 15 seasons. And then they went on to win the national competition in California.
Hosted by Sean Kane, the East Idaho Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. Or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Well, is Irmac really the best hospital for pediatric care? I mean, aren't all ERs the same?
Not all ERs are the same. Irmac's ER has been delivering high-level clinical care for over 3 decades. As a Level 2 trauma and burn center, IRMAC is well equipped to handle pediatric injury and illness. All IRMAC ER nurses have higher level pediatric certifications, and that's just not common in all ERs. And this expertise and experience is found only at IRMAC.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu. Make the memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details.
Yeah, I know a little something about myths. Like the myth that speeding isn't dangerous. Oh, and that myth you can tailgate at a safe distance. Or that you could safely weave in and out of traffic. Don't be fooled by myths. You'll get yourself into a hairy situation. Stay focused on the road. Be a legend like me. Have you heard the one about Charlie over at Pay Lake?
Welcome to What If, Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Hello?
I was in an accident.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I had my seatbelt on.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. That carries over to start the second half. Skyline will start.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Hopefully you enjoyed our halftime show brought to us by Next Steps Idaho. And remember, for Next Steps Idaho, thinking about what's next for your career or education. Next Steps Idaho can help bring you closer to the life you want to lead. Our volume may have been down during our halftime show. It was great. We gave you all the insights, all the important information.
The winning lottery ticket numbers.
Winning lottery ticket numbers.
Everything.
We told you who's going to win the World Series this year.
Exactly. Go Braves.
We were all so some technical issues, mostly because of me. Luckily, my buddy here, Josh, is keeping us engaged, keeping us in, keeping the volume up, so we can bring you all the great information. But essentially, Skyline 28-13, some great throwing touchdowns, some nice runs by Amani Morrell, and then Thunder Ridge answering with a couple touchdowns of their own, 2 thrown touchdowns by Ezra Moss, 1 to Hudson Harker and 1 to Russell Nebeker, in both of those in the second quarter. So kick is up, goes about the 33-yard line. Thunder Ridge starting with the ball here in the second half, and he's met by a gang of tacklers, and he'll go down about the 48-yard line. So the second half is underway. Appreciate you being with us in the second half of play for the Berger Bowl. Of course, this is East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. From wherever you're listening and watching, hopefully you're enjoying this broadcast. Josh McGauley, Joel Richardson, having a good time, and even have a visitor here tonight.
Yeah. Dallas, do you say hi? No. Oh.
Dallas shakes his head. No thanks, Dad.
My 4-year-old son, he's come with us to a lot of these games. He's even running camera right now.
Great job, Dallas. Thunder Ridge to the right side, and he's going to be tackled for a loss of 1. Gang tackled, great swarm, all 8 getting to the ball, just like Coach Dad Berger likes to see, and that was a run by number 9 for Thunder Ridge, Hunter Rice.
Yeah, and this Thunder Ridge team, this is a really important drive for them. Yes, I know it's their first drive in the second half, but to get back into this game, they're going to have to slow down this Skyline offense, but they haven't truly been able to in the first half, and they want to get some points here.
So again, in this wing T, they like to kind of do a hybrid spread, and they'll hand off to the right side. It waits for his block. He gets the block, but he's only going to gain a couple yards. Flag on the play, though.
And that flag came in about 20 yards away.
Yeah, by the front line backfield judge by the defensive backfield judge. So that's going to be a face mask on the defense. So 15 yards, free yards for Thunder Ridge, and that's going to march them all the way to the 35-yard line. So nice field position for the Thunder Ridge Titans, who, like you said, Josh, need to score here to stay in this ball game. We've seen Skyline's offense, and they are potent. They've lost, of course, they lost a lot of seniors to graduation last year, including their star quarterback and wide receiver, Kenyon Sadiq.
Kenyon, yep.
But Skyline's offense not missing, not continuing to be dominant this season and in this game. So QB Sneak runs into his own man, but he's going to gain a couple. There'll be some forward progress there. Gain of about 2 for Ezra Moss. We'll bring up 2nd and 8. Go ahead, Josh.
I'll say a couple of the Skyline plays earlier in the first half reminded me of last year's offense with Hackey and Sadiq. You know, those deep throws were a key.
Just connected over and over again.
I want to say Sadiq had about 18 touchdowns, over 1,200 yards last year. Just a monster, and now you're seeing it with Crockett and, you know, quarterbacks, both Carmichael and
Carmine Garcia and Dennert.
Yep.
Dennert has connected a couple times tonight on those deep throws. Ezra Moss, though, on the quarterback, throws to the left side, number 11, and he's knocked out of bounds before he gets to the first down. Pass completed, of course, to Cody Robinson, number 11. He's had a number of touches tonight. He's the running back for Thunder Ridge, but he likes to go outside and even go deep for some of those plays.
Yeah, they have him listed as a running back, but I don't think he's ran the ball once tonight.
Yeah, we haven't seen him run once. It's been all throws.
Yeah.
Of course, some of those throws have been shallow, but still a lot of throws for Cody Robinson.
Yeah, had a nice, beautiful over-the-shoulder catch down here in the second quarter. But yeah, they were it was mainly a wide receiver, seems like, and that's probably due to injury, to be honest, just with all of the injuries to their tight ends and receivers now.
3rd and short for Thunder Ridge. Wing T hands it off to the middle, and he gets it. First down and then some. First down into the red zone for Thunder Ridge. And that was number 26, Lincoln, and we didn't get his name. I asked around, and no one knew.
So
I was asking the wrong people, Josh.
Mr. Lincoln.
Mr. Lincoln. Tip our caps. Tip our top hats, if you will.
Yeah.
Tip our... I'll stop there. To Mr. Lincoln. Great memories of Mr. Lincoln. Under center, Ezra Moss hands it off, and he'll get a couple. So that wing T is working nicely. You know, they have two guys on both sides, and you're never quite sure where that's going to come from. And Thunder Ridge, you know, we didn't see much of this in that week 0 game I saw at Thunder Ridge Stadium. It was Thunder Ridge Minico. I don't think I saw any wing T for Thunder Ridge. So this is kind of a new wrinkle in their offense, Josh.
Yeah, in the first half, it was all Hudson Harker that had all the carries and was a key component. But with his injury, we're really going to have to see who they're going to have to go to and lean on.
Ezra Moss under center. No handoff. It's a fake, and he's got a man open. Touchdown, Thunder Ridge.
Yeah, number 30 is the one that caught the ball. He's listed as a linebacker tight end, big 6'4", 200-pound sophomore, DJ Brokaw. And great catch over there in that far corner to make it 28-19. We talked about the resilience of this Thunder Ridge team. Numbers doesn't really matter to them right now.
Really nice play there. It was a fake handoff, and DJ Brokaw was wide open in the corner, like you said. 19-yard touchdown catch for DJ Brokaw. Kick is up, kick is good. Got ourselves a ball game. We said they needed the score on this drive to keep this game close, keep this game manageable. 28-0 Grizzlies lead, but Titans strike at the start of the second half.
Yeah, now Skyline's going to have their opportunity to come on and try to answer this. But we're more interested to see what Thunder Ridge is going to do to try to just slow down, because Morale has 9 carries for 60 yards and a touchdown, and then a 50-yard reception as well. He's been their workhorse all year, and he's going to continue being. And continue doing that. And Dennett, the backup quarterback, has been awesome. So this offense has done what they needed to do. But Thunder Ridge, we're going to see what they can do to change up. Maybe we'll see a different defense. Maybe we'll see some different coverages. But we'll see, and we'll see if they can get maybe get a stop, third and out, or
3 and out. Yeah, I like this. I like this wrinkle for Michael Berger, implementing this wing T.
Yeah.
I don't think Skyline knew this was coming. I haven't seen this on film, and it's almost like Michael Berger said, "Watch this, Dad."
Yeah.
and the wing T. It kind of started slow to start. I was expecting more spread. I think the team had to kind of feel their way with the wing T. But man, in the last probably 14 minutes of play, it's worked both in that second quarter and the start and in this third quarter, Josh.
Absolutely. I love that. I love to see that. There's a little wrinkle, as you say.
So 84 to kick. That's Tanner Scoresby. Another squib, and they're going to receive about the 10-yard line. He's got some room to run on the left side, near side. He's getting great blocks and finally taken down at the 42-yard line. Nice run, nice field position by Skyline.
Yeah, great job from there. He saw his blockers were forming on this this near sideline, and good job from there.
Hamilton Woodruff on the run. About a 29-yard kickoff return. Put Skyline in pretty good field position to start their first drive of this second half. Denner in the shotgun, hands off to the left side, plenty of room to run, and he finally gets brought down at the 50-yard line, but not after a gain of 8. Bring up 2nd and 8 on the 50. 8:28 to play in this second half, in this third quarter of the second half. Third quarter of the second half, Josh. Brilliant. Brilliantly said.
And just on that play there, the offensive line, they just formed a hole, basically a semi-truck sized hole for Morrell to run through, and him to gain about 8 yards on that.
Like you said, giant hole for him. Great blocking up front by the big fellas. QB sneak, he'll take it. They kind of the defense bit on that left side, and Alex Dennert kept it. And that's going to be enough for the first down, bring them to the 46-yard line. 7:50 to play in the third quarter. 28-20, Grizzlies up on the Thunder Ridge Titans here at Rafston Stadium for the Berger Bowl. Both teams, these teams played last season, the rematch from last season. Skyline Grizzlies got the better end of that. Thunder Ridge Titans trying to change that tonight. Pitch to Alexander, high throw, but it's completed to that right side, and he's got room, runs into 2 guys, bowls them over, finally is knocked out of bounds. And that was Zion Crockett, number 5, for the reception. He is fast.
He is so fast, and you're right, that throw was a little too high for Zion, who's 5'8", they say on the roster, but he could easily be about 5'7", 5'6", but great adjusting right there, and just to run over a guy and gain a couple extra yards there.
When he was wearing his Jordans, 5'8",
absolutely,
5'9", for sure.
Absolutely. On my basketball roster, I said I was 6'6", 6'7". I'm really 6'3", but stand it up a little bit longer, tippy toes a little bit. You never know. the rosters are just to intimidate the other team.
No, absolutely. Handoff, and that's going to go nowhere. Gain of maybe 1 yard. Great stop there by the Thunder Ridge defense. That'll bring up second and 9 on the 34-yard line. 7:07 to play, and the clock moves in this third quarter.
I don't know if you noticed, Skyline does a really cool thing. So Skyline, if they're an offensive lineman, they'll wear a different color helmet. So they wear a baby blue helmet. Everyone else wears the dark blue. So I think it's one of the cooler things here in Eastern Idaho.
Great observation, Josh. I'm just seeing this, noticing that for the first time. So a little option play, Dennert to the outside, and that's going to get a couple more yards. We'll bring up third and manageable for Skyline Grizzlies. Clock stops as he ran out of bounds. Haven't seen the option yet.
No, it was a nice their own little wrinkle there, and there might have been one thing that he could have faked it and kept going upfield a little bit, that being their quarterback dinner. But great job from Thunder just to hold that and hold their edge a little bit and gave up minimum gain there.
So 6:36 to play in the third quarter. Grizzlies moving the ball nice and slow. They probably appreciate this nice, long, positive drive. Handoff off the sweep, and he's brought down. And that was Crockett again with the carry. A little jet sweep there for the Skyline Grizzlies. Well, looks like we have an injured player on the field. It was enough for the first down, but an injury on the play. And while they tend to him, we'll take a break. But we'll be right back. You're watching East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
At all our local...
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Injured player is able to get off the field with some help. That was Hunter Rice, number 9, and we believe he was backing up the injured Hudson Harker, who went down earlier in this game in the first half.
Yeah, and I think he's only backing up because he was playing the same positions as him on offense. But you truly never know. He plays deep defensive back for this Thunder Ridge team, so he's doing a little bit of everything.
Skyline will line up after getting that first down on about the 25-yard line. Takes a snap, hands it off. That's, again, a couple nice moves there by Zion Crockett. And Zion Crockett is so fast. He's almost too fast for this Thunder Ridge defense.
Yeah, he's an elite person for to be in space. You just don't want to be in open space with him. He's really good at what he does in that slot position.
Michael Berger, at the beginning of the season, talked about needing to stop the run, avoid big plays and stop the run. But so far in this drive, Zion Crockett getting plenty of space from his blockers and some fancy moves, some nice footwork to get himself some more space and more yards. Alex Dennert takes a snap, fumbles the snap, and he's going to take it, but it's going to be tackled for a loss. Going to count as a sack for the Thunder Ridge defense.
Dennert on the broken play, taken down for a loss.
So it's going to end up ball on the 20-yard line, 4th and 3 with 5:20 to play.
Number 70, Mason.
We'll see what Skyline decides to draw up here, whether they kick it or go for it on 4th and 5, after losing 2.
Yeah, and looked like it was obviously a blown play right there, but just the snap was misjudged. He took his eye off the ball just for a second, and that's all you need for the ball to be juggled.
Looked like he was going to throw it to our near side.
Yeah.
As you say, he took his eye off the ball. He was kind of already looking as the ball was coming. So I was wrong. I thought it was 4th and 3. It's 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 for Skyline. Alexander, another option play to the right side, and that's number 6, Amani Morel, and he's dragged and finally brought down by a couple of players. Not one person can bring him down. It takes 3, and he gets enough for the first down. Great run there on the outside by Amani Morel.
Yeah, and great block from Zion Crockett here on this near side. It was just a crackback block, and good job from him.
Takes him to the 11-yard line. Skyline looking to strike here. Thunder Ridge would like to get a stop here, maybe a turnover. But Skyline protecting that ball on this drive after Thunder Ridge scored on their opening drive of the second half. 1st and 10, left side, And he's tackled. Nice hit there. That was number 88, Ryder Portman for Thunder Ridge.
Yeah, Ryder's.
He's listed as the QB, but he was out there on defense, and great tackle by Ryder.
Yeah, Ryder's just a freshman, too, playing that outside linebacker spot. I love number 88. That's one of my favorite numbers in football. Just looks
it's a strong number. Looks cool.
It just
right?
looks good.
A lot of times tight ends will have those kinds of numbers. Ryder Portman doing that number proud, making that number proud, doing the number service as he gets that nice tackle. Skyline on the 10-yard line. Dennert takes the snap, and he's tackled for a loss. Great read there. Just want to see who got that. That was number 99. We go from 80 to 99. Connor Dixon, the senior defensive lineman, snuffed that play out. No problem for Connor Dixon.
Yeah, and we talked about earlier in this broadcast that the size difference between the offensive line and defensive line of Skyline and defensive line of Thunder Ridge is massive, right? The Skyline's a really big offensive line, but this Thunder Ridge defense, they have those quick guys. Yeah, they're smaller, but you can tell maybe they wrestle a little bit. They know how to move around those big guys. And you saw it right there from big number 99, Connor Dixon.
3rd and 13, 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Skyline Grizzlies with the clock on their side, of course. It's just the third quarter. But 3rd and 13, ball on the 14-yard line. Alexander takes the snap, empty backfield. Throws to the middle. He's got a man open, but it's incomplete, falls incomplete. His man was open, pass intended for Zion Crockett, who's been running the ball very well, but falls incomplete, maybe a little bit behind him.
Yeah, that pass was a little bit behind him. Zion was being covered great job. I couldn't catch who the defensive back was.
Good defense, though.
Yeah, great defense on them. But yeah, you're correct. That pass was just behind him.
So we'll see what Brett Taylor cooks up here. He's the offensive coordinator for Skyline. Had a nice chat with him pregame. Some great insights into the Skyline team. So here we go, 4th and 13. They got to get to about the 2-yard line. Dennert takes the snap, empty backfield once again. He throws the middle, same play again, and that's caught for a touchdown, Skyline!
Is that Crockett again? I think it is, and he's coming off limping.
I can't tell if it's a 5 or a 9, but that's a 5. That's Zion Crockett, comes up, or is that 6?
That's number 5, yeah.
5, okay, 5 Zion Crockett. Wow, that was almost the same play as last time, but this time maybe a little more open, and he caught that no problem. That kick is no good, too far right. So Grizzlies will take 6, 34-20. With 2:03 to play in the third quarter.
Short of the bar, that brings your score to Skyline 34, Thunder Ridge 20.
And the clock just keeps running. I don't know why.
Yeah, the clock should be stopped. That's why I was watching. The clock continues to roll, and they should add a lot more time back on that clock, as it was rolling after the touchdown.
Yeah, the radio announcer, Mr. Belgini, he's over there yelling at the clock operator to, hey, let's stop it, all right?
Some scores from around the conference. Madison over IF in the third quarter, 21.
So about with 3 minutes to play, Skyline Grizzlies get a touchdown. Alex Dennert to Zion Crockett makes it 34-20 Grizzlies.
Yeah,
the same play as it was before, but this time it worked.
Yeah, just a little 13-yard, looked like almost an out route for Zion Crockett, who came up limping after that touchdown catch. So we're hoping that he's an electric player. We're hoping that he's going to be okay, and we'll be seeing him.
Kick is up by Tafoya. Receive at about the 10-yard line. And he'll get a nice return. Gets to the 27-yard line.
Yeah,
and that was number 12. Excuse me, Ivan Hill.
Thunder Ridge coming off on a great offensive drive, so they're going to want to keep that momentum up. they had a great job of just mixing it up between running and passing, even though they're missing a couple key players right now. But they're, like we said earlier, that next man up, they're doing that, and they have that guy there for them.
And that 12-yard touchdown throw from Dennert to Crockett, that was that 4th and 13 play.
Yeah, it was.
So great clutch play there by Alex Dennert, not missing a beat as Carmine Garcia is out for the night with an injury. And as Thunder Ridge gets set, Skyline takes a defensive timeout, and we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. Skyline Grizzlies up 34-20 on the Thunder Ridge Titans. With 1:39 to play in the third quarter, Thunder Ridge now on offense after that Skyline 4th and 13 touchdown, 12-yard touchdown throw from Alex Dennert to Zion Crockett. Crockett had a great drive, running, catching, and scoring for the Skyline Grizzlies, but Thunder Ridge takes over. Quick throw to the outside. Scoresby breaks a tackle and then takes on the whole Skyline defense and finally is brought down. Great yards after catch. First down to the 40-yard line for Tanner Scoresby and the Thunder Ridge Titan offense.
Yeah, great moves there. He got wrapped up around the legs, but broke one tackle, made another man miss, and got a first down there.
So 1:30 to play in the third quarter. Thunder Ridge on the 40-yard line, on their own 40-yard line. And now they find themselves they're set up in the spread. Takes the snap. Fakes outside. He goes long. Man isn't open. Nice coverage there by Skyline's DBs. And that's going to fall incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10 for Thunder Ridge.
Yeah, and I really don't say this too often, but Thunder Ridge's number 12, Ivan Hill, who was the receiver open in the middle of the field, but he just wasn't running, and so he didn't look at him. He wasn't turning his head to look back at the quarterback or anything, and he was wide open. No man in the middle of the field. You got to put a little bit more effort in there. I know he's tired. He's been pretty busy all night.
Hopefully they can hit him in the future.
Absolutely.
Outside pass, he's wide open. That's number 11, Taylor DeMott, and he's finally ran out of bounds. So Moss to DeMott. Nice gain. Oh, that was Cody Robinson, excuse me, number 11, Cody Robinson. I was looking at the wrong paper. Rookie mistake, Josh, but Josh here keeping me honest. Doing a good job working the camera with his son and keep me honest as well.
No, DeMont, I just remember he's a Skyline native, been through and through, and so.
Cody Robinson with the reception to the outside gets that first down for Thunder Ridge Titans. Ezra Moss in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide to the right, takes the snap, outside throw, easy throw, and he goes out of bounds after a gain of about 5. Scoresby again there on the reception. So Scoresby having a nice second half.
Yeah, Scoresby's filling in for the injured tight end / wide receiver Hudson Harker, who went off late in the second quarter with an injury, and he's doing a great job. Scoresby's having a great second half, as you said.
And Scoresby, another tall wide receiver, 6'4". During our week 0 game, when we saw Thunder Ridge lose Domenico, we kept calling them tight ends until we realized they were both wide receivers, tall wide receivers. Great weapons to have. Trips to the right. Ezra Moss takes the snap, and he throws it wide open, but underthrown had his man open, and that almost looked like it threw off Ezra Moss, how open he was.
Yeah, he was. It looked like it was an up and in basically over there for Scoresby, who he faked his guy out like he was going to be just another out and went straight up the field. And Moss just missed him, which he was under pressure though, so it definitely would have been a tough throw to make.
So nice pressure by Skyline Grizzlies. That brings up 3rd and 5 on the 38-yard line with 1:07 to play in the third quarter. Ezra Moss in the shotgun. Again, 3 wide to the right. Takes the snap. 3 back. And hits the helmet of his receiver after taking that 3-step drop. Almost looked like a screenplay, a little bubble screen, but that play broken up, Josh.
Yeah, great job by the senior Kobe Klein, who was the first one in there to break that up. He saw that immediately, yelled screen, and knocked that ball out.
And so on that 3rd and 5 incomplete, that'll bring up 4th and 5 for the Thunder Ridge Titans, and they're going for it, Josh.
Absolutely.
In the shotgun, he's got trips right, single left, running back at his hip. Ezra Moss almost getting a hard count, takes the snap, 3-step drop again, outside throw, and that falls incomplete. Turnover on downs for Thunder Ridge. Nice defensive stop, by the Skyline Grizzlies. And Skyline Grizzlies offense will take over with 58.4 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's gut-wrenching because, they really needed that. We're under a minute now in the third quarter, and now they're still down by 2 touchdowns. And so it's going to be a long quarter because Skyline had a really good drive. They scored a touchdown, but they took off a lot of time on that drive. And so they're going to try to do that exact same thing on this drive.
And we mentioned that early in the third quarter, that long drive, like you said, that Skyline had. Great reference to milking the clock. And granted, if you don't score when you're milking the clock, that could come back to bite you. But they were able to score on that 4th and 13. And now Skyline takes over, like you said, with a minute to play. And they've shown that they can have these long, extended drives, which is something they're going to want to do now as they hand it off to the left side. That's Crockett, but he'll be brought down for a loss of 1. So nice defensive play there by the linebacker for Thunder Ridge Titans.
Yeah, I couldn't see exactly who the linebacker was, but great job from them and just hit exactly where he needed to for Zion to get him down to the ground for a loss of 1.
And a lot of times that's allowed because the defensive line is able to set their edge, able to keep that pull from the offensive line, keep them engaged without them pulling to the to their side, and the linebacker can fly in and make a tackle for a loss. So great play there by Thunder Ridge Titans defense. Now Wildcat direct snap, and he hands it off. That's to Amani Morel, and Amani Morel tries to get to the outside, but doesn't. Another great read by Thunder Ridge's defense. So Thunder Ridge defense forcing a 3rd and long. But that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Skyline 34, Titans 20 as we go into the fourth quarter. Titans holding strong, and we'll see if they can hold on this 3rd and long play. And we'll be right back after these messages. You're watching East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
I'm Matt from Salt Lake City. Last year, while climbing in the Tetons, I fell nearly 600 feet. My hip bone was broken and exposed. I could see my quad muscles, and I had lacerated my liver. And I knew right away that blood was filling my abdomen. After a 3-hour rescue operation, I was airlifted to Ermac's Trauma Center. I was rushed into surgery. Then their amazing team worked with me for weeks of rehab. Thanks to their incredible care, I've made a full recovery, and I'm back to doing the things I love. And that's why I say, take me to Ermac.
Make the memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details.
Welcome back to Ravston Stadium for the Berger Bowl rematch from last year, where Skyline took that game and trying to take this one again tonight. Skyline up 34-20 at the start of this fourth quarter. Third and 10. Thunder Ridge has had 2 great stops on this drive. We'll see if they can get one more and force a punt Long throw for Skyline. He's got a man open, and that's completed. Breaks a couple tackles. Finally brought down at the 52-yard line. And I can't see who.
I believe that was Hamilton Woodruff.
Hamilton Woodruff, number 1, Hamilton Woodruff.
Yeah,
so great catch there by Woodruff. Go ahead, Josh.
And I'm just saying, the Dinner, he got lucky because it looked like he just threw a duck in the air and just floated for, it seemed like forever, but good job from for Woodruff to get there and get that ball and get the first down.
Yeah, I thought maybe it would be intercepted for how long that ball hung in the air. But luckily, it was only caught by Zion Crockett.
Yeah.
So 11:30 to play in this closing quarter. Pass outside to Monty Morrell. He stiff arms a man. And is finally brought down after that strong stiff arm at the 41-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 5. So Skyline, no trouble moving this ball tonight against this Thunder Ridge defense. Thunder Ridge defense has had some opportunities, and we just saw some of those on the on that drive before the first down. But as Morrell runs this ball again, falling out of bounds, a short pickup. But even with Thunder Ridge's 1st and 2nd down stops, Skyline was able to get that 3rd down conversion, the pass off the pass to Zion Crockett.
Yeah, they've had some really good success tonight, just converting everything.
3rd and 4th downs.
Exactly. 3rd and 4th down. They're doing a great job on that.
So again, Skyline loving this moving clock. Would love for this clock would love to milk this clock for all it's worth. Alex Denner in the shotgun. Gets a man in motion, right to left, but hands off to Morrell up the middle, and Morrell is going to get that 1st down. So they go beef there, and Morrell pushes forward for the 1st down. Skyline will continue to move the chains and move this ball at the 35-yard line. 10:26 to 10:24 to play.
It was unfortunate because the right guard for Skyline threw his defender into Morrell. Morrell had a sidestep, and he got the 1st down, but he probably could have gotten a little bit more if he didn't have to stutter step over his offensive lineman.
So Denner in the shotgun, 2 right. Thunder Ridge is looking to blitz. They do from the outside. Morrell goes through the middle, though, and that's going to be for no gain.
Yeah, great ankle tackle there from 99, the senior Connor Dixon. Because if not, it looked like Morrell was about to get his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Yeah, there was too much space there in the middle.
Yeah.
And like you said, nice ankle tackle, possibly touchdown-saving tackle by number 99, Connor Dixon. So 2nd and 10 on the 35-yard line, 9:30 to play in the 4th quarter. Skyline offense using the clock to their advantage, trying to keep Thunder Ridge's offense off the field. Denner runs to his right, pass complete, and he's tackled out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
It was DeMont on the reception there. Great job from Dinner, who was patient enough to find DeMont, and a great job from him to do that.
Yeah, nice run to the outside. I like that little almost that bootleg. Ends up getting the throw off to DeMont, no problem. DeMont's tackled out of bounds. 9:15 to play as the clock stops for going out of bounds. 9:15 to play in the 4th quarter. 34-20, Skyline Grizzlies up on the Thunder Ridge Titans here at Ravston Stadium. Denner takes the snap. Options, a little shovel pass into the middle. Doing a little Patrick Mahomes move there. And it's completed to number 11, Taylor DeMott, once again.
Yeah, it does seem like Andy Reid did I don't know if he invented it, but really brought forward that little shovel pass in the middle. They do it a lot to Travis Kelce over in Kansas.
They do, and I commented that they were going to option out, but instead of optioning, a little shovel into the middle to a DeMont. I've seen that run by the Chiefs. I've seen that run by the BYU Cougars football team back when Zach Wilson was playing quarterback for them now with the Jets. Denner in the shotgun, naked empty backfield. Gets the man in motion, hands it off to Morrell. Morrell is tackled at the line, but he will get the first down. And Skyline having no problem just getting those enough yards to get those first downs and then getting some chunk plays. So instead of making it 2nd and long, they make it 2nd and 6, and then 3rd and short. And then they're able to convert over and over again. We've seen that all night from the Skyline Grizzlies offense.
Yeah, they're doing exactly what they need to do to just burn clock. That's what everyone knows in the stadium that needs to happen, and so does coach knows that they need that. So they're just doing plays to get those chunk plays, and of course their end goal is just to get in the end zone. But if they're getting 4 or 5 plays a down, that's what they're, or 5 yards. That's exactly what they need to do.
And good play called by Brett Taylor, the offensive coordinator for Skyline Grizzlies. Handoff to Morrell, and he's tackled. Again, another touchdown-saving tackle, perhaps, because there was a lot of green in front of Amani Morrell.
Yeah, Morrell had his head up, and it looked like he was already celebrating. It was the freshman again, Ryder Portman, that got to the ankle tackle this time.
But a 3-yard gain for Amani Morrell brings up 2nd and 7, 7:40 to play. Thunder Ridge do not like that clock running, but they got to get a stop here. It's maybe some kind of turnover as they're down 14 points.
Great job from this freshman. He's coming off the edge, and he's doing a fantastic job tonight.
Man in motion right to left. Denner takes the snap, and he's going to take it. Pitches to the outside for a short gain to Morrell. And we're going to stay at 3rd and 7. Well, I'm still going to stay at 7 yards to gain to get that first down, and I was going to say potentially close this game, but still a little bit too much time to call that. So 3rd and 7 on the 20-yard line. 7:13 to play in the 4th quarter. Titans down by a couple of touchdowns. Grizzlies been moving this ball almost all half. We've only seen the Titan offense once this half, Josh.
Yeah, we really have. Like, they've done a fantastic job slowing this clock down and taking a long time.
Denner hands off, delayed handoff, and that's going to be a loss of a couple. And great gang tackle there by the Thunder Ridge defense, line and linebackers. And that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Grizzlies offense. Excuse me, 4th and long for the Grizzlies, because that was 3rd and 7. 4 comes after 3.
Yep, and we got to remember too is that their kicker is their quarterback right now. So I wonder if they're going to kick this or if they're going to go for this.
So 4th and 10 on the 23-yard line, 6:38 to play, and they're going to go for it. Alex Denner with an empty backfield. He's got 5 wide. Takes the snap, 3-step drop, throws it high. He's got a man. No, he's covered. But a little bit too much contact before the catch, and that's going to be pass interference. No question on that call against the Thunder Ridge defense.
Yeah, it was the Zion Crockett that they were targeting, their 5'9" slot receiver, and he got yanked down by his left arm by that strong safety over there. And yeah, that's going to get called every time. You can't be doing that.
And, you know, they didn't need to, right? They had 3 men on him.
Yeah.
They would have easily batted that ball. That ball, like we said earlier, Alex Denner, some of these throws in this second half have hung too long, and they could have easily batted that down or intercepted it. But instead they commit the pass interference, and then depending what the coaches accept here. So it sounds like we got 2 penalties. Oh, so roughing the passer on the defense, and then pass interference on the defense. So they'll select the roughing the passer according to the PA, and that's going to be first down Skyline with 6:24 to play in the closing quarter.
It should be 1st and goal, I believe. And my math is correct. It might not be, though. I'm not a mathematician.
I'm going to trust your math, Josh, and say 1st and goal.
Oh, it's not. 1st and 12.
We were close.
I was off by 2.
So the "you can't do that" chants come out by the Skyline crowd, by the great student section here tonight. Out on a Friday night football. It's been great to have you with us for this East Idaho game night. Number of games going on tonight, and we're Appreciate you choosing this one tonight. Alex Denner under center. He's got power right. Pitch out to the right side. And Morel runs and finally tackle out of bounds, but he doesn't fall. He just goes out of bounds. 25 on the tackle. That was Ben Wozniewski. And Monty Morel just kind of looks at him.
Yeah, he's sorry, do you need some help getting up type thing?
So Monty Morel goes right for a short gain, but stops the clock, something the coaches probably don't want you to do. But Monty Morel was trying to get to the outside. So 6:19 to play, 34-20 Grizzlies up on the Thunder Ridge Titans. 2nd and 7, ball on the 8-yard line. Denner under center. Denner has had a pretty good game tonight, if not great game. Play action over the top, and that's going to fall incomplete to the near deep end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, great pressure from up front from Connor Dixon. He was the first man there. He's the one that really made the quarterback overthrow his target, and that defensive line for Thunder Ridge, yeah, they're having a rough night, just size difference, but they're getting through. They're really causing issues.
They've put some pressure on the
Absolutely
quarterback.
they have.
And when you have a quarterback, a second string quarterback, who I don't believe has played this season, you want to see if you can get as much pressure as possible. The problem is you also end up leaving some guys open in the secondary. So Denner, empty backfield, kind of a cool formation. Takes the snap, 3-step drop. He's got a man covered, and that's going to fall incomplete. He was open for him, but Josh pointed. I wish you could have seen Josh. He said, "Guy open right there," but it was too. He didn't throw it fast enough, and he was then covered, and that's going to fall incomplete. 4th and 7 for Skyline's offense.
Yeah,
what do you do here, Josh?
He had Landon Taft wide open on a slant at the top of the screen, and his eyes were just mainly focused on the right side. If he had just peeked over there, he would have had an easy pitch and catch.
So on 4th and 7, here is the sophomore, Ulysses Tafoya. He's marked as a linebacker running back. And kick is up, and kick is no good, too far to the right. Good try there from Tafoya. The sophomore getting some kicking opportunities. So with 6:05 to play, field goal is no good. Grizzlies are up 14, 34-20 on the Titans. Enough time to score two, Josh, with the way we've seen the Titans offense tonight?
Absolutely. It's very much possible. We know it's possible, but they haven't proven that they can move that far and that fast yet tonight.
We did see at the end of the first half, we saw a quick drive and a quick strike.
Yep.
They were able to score under 1 minute, but the Grizzlies were playing a bit in a prevent, allowing some of that space. So perhaps Thunder Ridge can take advantage of some defense this time, but they're not in prevent now. Thunder Ridge takes the snap, 6:03 to play. Ezra Moss, he does go long, and that's going to be overthrown. Nearly picked off there by Skyline's DB.
Yeah, just overthrown a little bit. You want to give your receiver just an opportunity to go up even and try to get that jump ball. They have a lot of tall receivers, and we've seen that tonight. They're missing a few of them, but they still have tall receivers backing up the tall receivers. So I want to see if they're use them. You know, they've used a lot in this second half. I want to say
Tanner Scoresby.
Yeah, Scoresby, exactly. Yeah, 6'4", 190. So he can get up there absolutely, pretty easily. But I don't know if we're going to see a jump ball.
Brings up 2nd and 10 on their own 20-yard line after the missed field goal try from Skyline. 5:59 to play. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Ezra Moss in the shotgun. Got 3 wide. Takes the snap. Throw in the middle. That pass is completed to number 84, Tanner Scoresby, that tall wide receiver, for a gain of about 5. That'll bring up 3rd and manageable for Titans.
Yeah, Scoresby.
With the clock running. Excuse me, Josh, go ahead.
I was going to say, Scoresby with a nice just slant route. He got him wide open there. So they were giving him a little, like a 10-yard cushion over that side. So just a way to pick up some yardage there and not try to get some more, more than they can get right now.
And I think if you're Thunder Ridge, you want to hurry up this offense. They huddled, but that milked about 10 seconds off the clock, and every second counts in this final quarter of play. Ezra Moss takes the snap. 3-step drop. He throws outside. That's completed to number 11. He breaks a tackle, and he eventually is tackled out of bounds. That's Cody Robinson with the catch, and nice yards after catch.
Yeah, Cody was wide open on that far sideline, and good throw over there from Moss, and way to find his target, and great job to get upfield, and also just to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
So Skyline allowing stuff to stay in front of them.
Yeah.
They don't want to give up the big play, but they're okay giving up 10, maybe even 15-yard throws and letting that clock run. So that stuff is going to be open. So maybe you can open up, get a couple throws on the outside, and then maybe send one long and get a quick strike.
Yeah.
Ezra Moss in the shotgun. Snap, 3-step drop, looking for options. Tries to find an option, but that falls incomplete. Almost intercepted by Skyline's Crew Searle. And Searle has had a nice game tonight, Josh.
Yeah, absolutely. And the ball was a little underthrown there, and that gave the Crew just to get over there and knock it down. So great job from the defensive back from Skyline.
2nd and 10, 5:01 to play in this game. Thunder Ridge trying to cook up something. Need a quick strike here to see if they can tie up this game, but currently down 14. A lot of plays left to catch themselves up. 4 wide, and quarterback decides to run, and he ends up going down after a short gain of about 2, and the clock runs. Titans have 3 timeouts left. Grizzlies with 2.
Yeah, Moss, there was nothing open, so I'm glad he didn't try to force something in that, and could have gotten an interception there. He picked up 2 yards, that's something positive, and now they're going to go back to the drawing board. But you're right, they're wasting time with this clock. It's now under 5 minutes, almost under 4.5 minutes left.
So 3rd and 8, and they got to get this ball moving if they want to have a chance. Down 14. Moss, receivers on both sides of him. Running back to his right hip. Takes the snap. A lot of players in that secondary, and that's going to be overthrown. Pass intended for number 11, Cody Robinson. And you notice on that defense, they had 4 on the line, and they had like 6 in the secondary. Yeah. All the linebackers obviously backed up, and the safeties even further back. So Skyline making sure everything stays in front of them.
Yeah, and Cody looked like he was open on this near sideline. It was just a miss by Moss there. An untimely miss right there for Moss.
Overthrown, that'll bring up 4th and 9. This could be the final play for Thunder Ridge's offense. 4th and 9, 4:06 to play, down 14. What can Ezra Moss cook up here to get to the line to gain? Takes the snap. He throws the outside, and that's going to fall incomplete. And that's going to be turnover on downs. Great defensive stop after giving up a few yards by the Skyline Grizzlies.
Oh, man, that was close. It looked like the defensive back got there maybe a little early, but their refs are going to say that he got there right on time to break that pass up. So good job from Skyline's defense to just get them off the field. Now they got to waste 4 minutes off the clock.
Like you said, 4 minutes to play. Skyline's defense does what they need to do, gets the stop on the 4th and long. And that should be it for this Berger Bowl. Dennert in the shotgun, and now, they've gotten nice chunk yards from their running game. Morrell will take it, makes a nice cut back into to the left side, started the middle, cut left, and got a first down for Skyline Grizzlies offense.
Yeah, great job. They're just getting first downs now. He didn't need it, but if it's Morrell, he's going to get what he can get.
That's all Morrell does is get chunk yards,
exactly.
Get first downs.
He's definitely over 100 yards tonight. 2 touchdowns, 1 through the air, 1 on the ground. He's probably making a case for IdahoSports.com player of the game.
Definitely.
There's a couple players out there that can throw their name into the hat.
Imani Morrell, Zion Crockett has had a great game.
Yep.
And the backup quarterback, of course,
Absolutely.
Alex Dennert. Morrell runs for another nice chunk yard gain.
Yeah, and just
Gain of 4 on the play.
The position that Dinner's been put in is coming in, backing up a Skyline team that wants to, try to repeat what they did last year, and for him to come in and do what he's done tonight, it's definitely he's got the most names into the hat for me.
Especially as a sophomore.
Yeah.
Only a sophomore.
Exactly.
So 3:02 to play. The clock runs in this closing quarter of the Berger Bowl. Of course, Scott Berger, longtime coach for Grizzlies, playing against his son, Michael Berger, second-year head coach for the Thunder Ridge Titans. Denner takes the snap. It's going to be a run to the outside by Crockett, and he beats a couple guys. He is so fast, but falls out of bounds with 2:42 to play after a gain of about five-yard gain.
Yeah, that's not what they wanted there. They wanted to keep that clock rolling, but he did fall out of bounds just to stop the clock. So I guess a positive for Thunder Ridge there.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 1 for Skyline. We've seen some great play tonight on both sides of the ball. Both defenses having opportunities. Skyline, of course, having a few more opportunities on defense. Counter, and he's going to be dropped after a short gain.
Yeah, once again, the freshman there, number 88, Ryder Portman, got another ankle tackle there to save probably another touchdown.
Another touchdown saving tackle. So that was 3rd and 1, gets the first down with 2:28 to play, excuse me. And now the clock is rolling. So we've had some clock issues. This is the first home game for Skyline, so clock operator kind of figuring some things out, but doing a good job mostly tonight. Appreciate all those who volunteer.
I just watched one of the Skyline cheerleaders do like 40 backflips 30 yards down the field. That was pretty impressive. I can never do that.
Option. That was a RPO, and quarterback takes it to the outside for a nice 4-yard gain. Maybe even 5 will bring up second and manageable. Ball on the 16-yard line. Another timeout called. By the Thunder Ridge Titans.
Is that their first? I believe that is their
and
first.
That's their first. So you can't take them with you. Might as well use them and get some reps, and we'll keep it here. You're down 14. You're the Thunder Ridge Titans. You're going to drop to 0-4 on the season. Grizzlies will get to 2-1 on the season. But if you're Thunder Ridge, there's some really nice positives you've seen tonight that you can carry with you into your next games and especially into your conference games in a really tough conference.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of positives that come from. We've talked about it all night. Their quarterback situation, their backup is in right now, but when their starter gets back, they have so many options that they could do, and the confidence that they have in their backup quarterback situation. And that just gives their whole team the confidence that they need to move on to the season. Like you said, this is a really tough conference that they're in, and they were able to win the state last year. But
trying to go for that 4-peat,
exactly.
dynasty.
There's a lot of pressure on this young Skyline team.
And they lost a lot of seniors, like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, but they've replaced them with some pretty good talent, especially the sophomore Monty Morell, who finds himself at the hip of Denner. Denner hands it off to Morell, and he's got some space, runs into his own man, and finally taken down, but not after getting that first down. Skyline Grizzlies behind the back of Amani Morell.
Morell, he's got to be, by the time he's in this year, he's going to be one of the best backs in all of Eastern Idaho.
Definitely.
He definitely is going to be.
Looking for that all-state honors maybe for 4A.
I didn't want to say that, but
I'll say it for you, Josh. Why not?
He's a young sophomore kid. He's definitely going to be getting those looks for that all-state running back.
Maybe second.
We'll see. There's some good running backs in this 4A division, but Morell's making a name for himself.
So 1st and goal, looks like they're in the victory formation. 1:09 to play. And they take the shotgun, and they need that ball. And so they'll have to do one more of those to finish off this game as the clock ticks. 55 and running. Skyline showing some good sportsmanship as they're up 14 already, 34-20. So they beat their score from last year in terms of margin.
Yeah.
Last year it was by 7 or 8. This year by 14.
Looks like Dad's showing some mercy for his son.
Another knee, and that'll do it. Definitely, that'll do it for this game tonight. 34-20. Skyline Grizzlies defeat the Thunder Ridge Titans here at the Berger Bowl, Ravston Stadium. And the kids will line up to shake hands, show some good sportsmanship. Skyline fans excited, giving a nice standing ovation to their team. Cheerleaders lining up. And Scott Berger finds himself 2-0 against his son after winning last year's game. Wins again tonight behind some great plays. And we'll talk about all that stuff, all those great plays, defensive, offensive efforts, and even some nice plays from the Thunder Ridge Titans when we come back. You're watching East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
Make the memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details.
Yeah, I know a little something about myths. Like the myth that speeding isn't dangerous. Oh, and that myth you can tailgate at a safe distance. Or that you could safely weave in and out of traffic. Don't be fooled by myths. You'll get yourself into a hairy situation. Stay focused on the road. Be a legend like me. Have you heard the one about Charlie over in Pay Lake?
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Hello?
I was in an accident.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I had my seatbelt on.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com as the Skyline Grizzlies defeat the Thunder Ridge Titans 34-20. It's been great to bring this game to you. A little game reset. First quarter, a number of touchdowns from Amani Morales, 60-yard touchdown catch for that screen pass. Mr. Taft on their 30-yard touchdown reception with 8:36 to go in the first quarter. And then that buzzer beating touchdown by Zion Crockett in the first quarter as well for all three of those for Skyline. That was a 76-yard touchdown reception for Skyline. And then in the second quarter, Amani Morrell 20-yard touchdown run with 1:02 to play. And then in the second half, third quarter with 3 minutes to play, Crockett 12-yard touchdown reception from Alex Dennert. Those were all Skyline's touchdowns. For the Thunder Ridge Titans in the second quarter, 11:06 to play, Hudson Harker gets a 15-yard touchdown catch from Ezra Moss. Then after some fumbles, fumbles in the second quarter, at the end of the first half, Nebeker 20-yard touchdown catch from Ezra Moss keeps the game in range. And then in the third quarter, with 8:40 to play, DJ Brokaw hauls in a 19-yard touchdown catch from Ezra Moss. So some nice offensive plays from both teams, but more from the Skyline Grizzlies.
Yeah, overall, just a great showing from the Skyline Grizzly team and really impressive quarterback play, of course, running back play. Just overall, a really, really good job from the Skyline team.
Well, we've come to that point in the program where we get to award a player of the game.
Yeah.
Player of the game brought to you by the Idaho Transportation Department. And who's it going to be, Josh?
It's
going to be.
And we got to give it to the senior Alex Dinner. He just overall had a fantastic game, coming in, replacing the starting quarterback
Carmine Garcia.
Yeah, Carmine Garcia, and then today throwing 4 touchdowns. And a great game for him, and just to give the confidence that this Skyline team needs to try to repeat what they did last year and winning that 4A state title.
It's nice to have a backup quarterback like Alex Dennert, the senior, just dominate. I mean, he led that offense. Sure, there were a couple passes, maybe errant passes, maybe that flowed a little bit too much. But when you throw 4 touchdown passes, including a 76-yarder to Zion Crockett, a 60-yarder, that was a lot of Imani Morrell running, but just really nice throws. And then that one to Crockett, the other 12-yard touchdown throw to Crockett, just really nice throws from your backup quarterback, Alex Dennert. Great to have, as you said, as the Skyline Grizzlies try to get that 4th state title in 4A. Well, that's going to do it for us here at IdahoSports.com East Idaho Game Night. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of East Idaho Game Night, presented by Teton Auto Group and Ermac Pediatrics. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valley-Wide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, your local Toyota dealers, and the Idaho Transportation Department. Special thanks to Athletic Director Greg Basic and everyone at Skyline High School for their hospitality here at Ravston Stadium and help in getting this game broadcast to you. Congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department, Alex Dennert. 4 touchdown passes and a great command of the offense as he was in for his injured first-string quarterback, Carmine Garcia. Thanks again for joining us as the Skyline Grizzlies defeat the Thunder Ridge Titans by a score of 34-20. For my broadcast partner, Josh McGauley, and everyone else behind the scenes here at IdahoSports.com, I'm Joel Richardson saying be excellent to each other. Good night, everybody.